Hi there, it's Lori, and my story is I keep getting to go to the doctor. I am so lucky. But the good news is, said sarcastically, I am officially not in menopause. I've mentioned this before, and I'm still annoyed that doctor. Oh, and I didn't follow up with that. I had a doctor say, well, you could be in menopause. And I explained no every time I have to have an ultrasound. Oh, that was funny too, because I had to have an ultrasound for this doctor's appointment today. And no, I'm not pregnant if any of you were going there, because I am in my 50s. Could I get pregnant? Yes, I could. Not with all my preventative methods, but would that be a good idea? No. No. I'm not having a baby at, guess by then I'd be 56. No. I have grandchildren, thank you. But anyway, so I was talking to my husband about the fact at dinner the other night that I had to have an ultrasound, and the look on the 16-year-old's face was priceless. So I leaned in and said, yeah, well, I have to make sure I'm not pregnant. And no, I'm kidding. I didn't make her live in that very long. I really wish I was filming because it was so funny. But anyway, no. Am I pregnant? No. Could I get pregnant? Theoretically, yes. Anyway, again, to be very specific, I'm in my 50s. Okay? Part of the 29 Club forever. But the oven is closed for business. But my body says otherwise. Anyway, so it just reinforced that doctor was not really hearing me, and it was frustrating. But great news, the adenomyosis, you can look it up if you want, Adenomys. Okay. Adenomyosis. Okay, something like that. Yeah, okay. That one. Because of some things that they've done and that previous doctors there have listened to me, that is actually in an improved state. Things are better. So they were just checking. It was kind of a follow-up thing. They were just checking on some stuff. So I am good and healthy and not in menopause. I know y'all that have gone through menopause and have heat flashes and all that stuff. You're all like, why would you want to go through menopause? Because I'm holding on to hope that when I go through menopause, that migraines will go away. So now you've all had way too much information about me. That is not at all what I wanted this video to be about, but there you go. Sometimes you just get what you get. I'm not going to go into any kind of graphic detail or otherwise. I'm going to tease you a little bit. You won't see this until Tuesday, maybe. I finished the hat. There's 1.5 balls of this left, so that means it took about 75 grams. I could weigh it and see. I have verified it fits my husband and looks really nice on him. The ribbing was a little long, so if I were to make it again, I would stop the ribbing a little sooner for his head. But it fits great. So you've gotten quite a bit of tease there. But there's a lot of mistakes. I can see them all. But I'm okay with it. I mean, it's still good quality. And when it's on his head, you really don't see the mistakes. So, shout outs. First thing I'm going to do is shout out. Please go look at the thank you I gave to the people that contributed to my goal for the Potiversary. And I feel like I might have missed some, so I'm just going to read through them. Rita Pacheco, Izzy Pop, Linda's Crochet Channel, Diana D Loves Yarn, Miss Southern Belle, Lady Crochet-Manuela, Dawn Ann Holla, and there's something else to that name too, Jay Paradise, Camille, Dem Morgana, Camille's Creation, sorry, I need to say the whole thing with that one, Sally Stevens, known as Sally Kindness, Michelle Plays Hooky, Knitting Purple. A lot of these people have channels too. Noni May is a new member. Michelle Plays Hooky is a new member. Lacey Lavender is a new member. I am Lacey Lavender is what the full channel name is. Shoot, I know there's a couple more. I'll look it up. Additional contributors, Diana C or Diana Crane, I assume a C, which, by the way, Diana Crane and Diana D loves yarn. Actually, it's up to you, Diana D, because you've given me your address. I have your address. But I like to send a quick thank you to members. And Diana Crane, I don't have your address, so go ahead and email me, and I will send you a thank you, because you've been a member for a couple months. So anyway, contributors, Chris K, Grammy Rita, Ivy B Creates, Tuber Chat. If you don't know Tuber Chat, please go check out Tuber Chat. Kevin is lovely and gives you great advice and tips and tricks on how to meet your goals, whatever goals those might be. Madison Ray, and I couldn't find a channel for Madison Ray, so I will look into that. If there is one, I will link that. But I did a post with all of those too. I wanted to really thank all those people. But my shout outs and make alongs are going to be a little more narrowed down. Shout out to Deb Morgana, who does not have a content channel but has an Instagram, who contributed a box to my a box of yarn to my Podiversary. Go watch those. I'll link them below. Put replay words in. And then two that do have channels, Jones, Junk Journals and More. She contributed a diamond painting for Canada. If you have a Canadian address, you are eligible for that prize. And then another diamond painting was contributed by Miss Southern Belle, and that's USA only. So you have to have a US address. But those are people that contributed items to my Podiversary. Now, there are other people that I chose to sponsor something from them, like Ladybird loves the Autumn Advent stitches Advent. So it's 12 stitch markers. And then I also am sponsoring the Poplar guys, because I really want people to help Daniel get back to where he was with his, now that he's dyeing yarn again. And so this was my way to contribute to that. Okay, so shout out to the Poplar guys and Ladybird Loves as well. So we got some diamond painting folks and some yarny stuff folks, stitch markers, and then make-alongs. I really want to talk about make-alongs, and there's one that I'm going to talk about first because it's been summer and Camille and I haven't done much with it since the end of June. So what's going on with the Stitcherhood, which is us making queen-size blankets to send to, or for Camille to take to a domestic violence shelter called the Archway in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. That's still ongoing. I'm kind of recommending you have a goal of trying to get it sent out before holiday price adjustments happen in October. I think it's mid-October, mid to late is what Chef Lori's Place. There's a shout out. Thank you, Chef Lori's Place, for all your help on my Podiversary. Go check her out if you haven't already. But she's my postal news, postage and packaging. She's the guru there. If you need postal tips, how to save money on postage, go check her out. Okay. But she said mid to late October is usually when the holiday pricing goes up. So although you have until December 31st, because we're doing the last 6 months together, I would, to save yourself some money, aim for shipping it out before the postal rates go up, if you can. Again, the goal is a queen size blanket. It could be handmade of any kind, knit, crocheted, or you could quilt, whatever. You could sew one, whatever. So blanket, queen size, that's important. All right, you can donate other ways too, but that's the handmade need. You can, washcloth sets are very helpful as well, and towel, like little hand towels and that kind of thing. All right, so that's first and foremost. Secondly, but more urgent, deadline, the magical make along. The theme is Lazy Days Holiday Craze, and that is with Helix Stitchcraft. I will link the video about it below. That is any art form: singing, dancing, drawing, painting, any yarn art, any cooking, because cooking is its own art. And holiday can mean any holiday, anywhere that somebody celebrates. Some people celebrate their birthday as a holiday. I have one of my items, it has to get done by that time anyway. So you just send pictures. With the queen size blankets, you're sending the physical item. With the magical make along, you are just sending pictures to Lexi. I will link that email below. I'll link the video and then the email you send pictures to. Or if it's a song or a video or a dance or cooking or whatever it is that you do, you can just submit it to her. And then we're both sponsoring. You can have up to 2 entries. I think I did that backwards. I apologize. To my international folks. So 2 entries, and one of the prizes you could win is a 3-pound box, of yarn from Deb, US only on that. There is an international prize, and possibly 2. So, okay. But again, holiday could mean vacation, right? Anything you do is on a vacation or whatever. It's very broad. I'd love to see some international or some lesser known holidays. Mine happens to be Earth Day related. Like it is and it isn't. It is only because that's what the parents of the baby, their kind of theme is kind of earth and be green and all that stuff. So we're going Earth Day. But I've made like this. I knitted this little hat, made up the pattern myself, and it's flat as an ornament. You can give that out as a Christmas item or whatever. So that's another, those are just the holidays I'm doing. I've been hearing about all kinds of different holidays. For example, this Mama G Gear said that she celebrates Pride all year long. So her holiday is Pride. So as long as you can explain to us how it's holiday to you, again, that could be vacation, because that's what that word means somewhere, almost everywhere else. That works too. You just need to explain it with your pictures, what holiday it is, and yeah. So I'm really excited about it, and then we'll do a presentation, I believe, on the 31st of August on her channel, because again, it is her make along. I'm just a collaborator, and then Deb is contributing. And then one more make along that I'm going to mention is Judy's Creations make along, which is a hat and scarf set. She made a comment. I will copy and paste her comment about the specifics. And again, that's one where she lives in Canada. You will email her the pictures of your hat and scarf set that you need to coordinate. Okay. With that, I think that's all the make-alongs. But big shout outs to all the people I've mentioned. And I also somebody I'm going to shout out because I think I neglected to initially. One of my newer members, not newest members, is Froggy Went to Knitting. Let me get because I want to. Hold on. I'm going to actually pause. Okay, Froggy Went to Knitting I just mentioned, but here's the other ones that have content on their channels. Like I said, Diana D Loves Yarn, Noni May's Life, I Am Lacey Lavender 1, the number 1, Knitting Purple, and Michelle Plays Hooky are all, not only did they contribute, but they became members. They contributed to the goal. And like I said, all of you that are members, please make sure just email me with your address and I'll send a thank you. I don't know that you can, I think I'm out of the thank you gifts, so it will be a thank you card and maybe something small inside. So you'll, yeah, it's something small. And that is international. So Knitting Purple, if you were wondering. Yes, I do want your address so that I can then mail that to you. That's just regular post. For me, it will only cost $1.70 because we have special international stamps. So I will send that out to you to thank you for becoming a member. But with that, I want to thank all my members. I have fantastic members who are super supportive. I will make sure that I list all the channels, people that have content on their channels, and I have thanked everybody on a post as well. Watch for another post about members. I need to do individual posts for the highest level members that have channels, like Hanging Out with Jen. I need to mention that she's a member, and if you don't know her, she mostly does diamond painting. So I have two groups that overlap quite a bit. Is my diamond painters and my crocheters, and now knitters too. So with all that, thanks for coming in. Can I get an amen? And hugs from me, my potato head. I still don't know where her glasses are. They got to be here somewhere. And Um, I appreciate you all. I appreciate this time you spend with me. And I just want you to remember, you matter and kindness matters. I hope to see you soon. Bye.